Now where was I? Oh yes, the living room. So the fireplace is in, the cladding is on, the mantel is installed, as is the TV. The interior wall is finished, the pocket door slides open and closed. The only two things to finish here are those unsightly wall recesses on either side of the fireplace. A while back, I custom ordered solid oak bookshelves from Hamburg, Germany, to fit in there. The recesses have different widths and even depths, so one size fits all solution wouldn't have cut it. And why from Germany? Because they had a website that allowed me to put in my measurements, select materials and options, see the price right there in the browser, and then order it right away. No local supplier offers that. And I like not having to call anyone, being given dodgy quotes, getting half-assed excuses for not showing up, or mediocre work for astronomical amounts of money. But there are risks and drawbacks to custom mail order too, but more about that in a moment. Unpacking all of this took over half an hour due to Pickawood's somewhat unconventional method of packing their stuff. Once freed of cardboard, wrapping paper and pack tape, I started arranging all the parts in the necessary order and then putting them together and into place for a dry fit. At this point, it's glaringly obvious that I'm missing a large back panel. I checked and it was definitely part of my order, but not of the delivery. Not great, Pickawood. So, time for a workaround. If I use the oak veneer panels to hide only the parts at the bottom meant for wood storage, it would be enough material, but would necessitate a few extra steps. First and foremost, I had to paint the wall recesses, as they would now remain visible without full-height back panels. Next, I had to measure and make the required cutouts to fit around the floor heating manifold and fresh air supply for the fireplace. With those done, the shelves fit snug into the recesses. There's one thing that will always need doing on a project like this, it's measuring and marking, but maybe less so. Anyway, once I had all the pencil lines in place, I screwed, glued and nailed some furring strips in, or whatever they're called, so that the back panels had something to rest against. These back panels are made out of 12mm plywood to fit in the bottom compartments, and thankfully they fit snug as well. Next, I cut the actual oak veneer back panels that I did receive to size and glued them onto the plywood, since they themselves were only 5mm thick, which wouldn't have been stable enough. Here, they're weighed down with random things that I had on hand in the garage until the wood glue set. Once that happened, any overhanging edges were routed flush with the plyback panels, and then everything put back into place in the shelves. Since those shelves would become quite shallow now and tall, the plan was to fill them with decorative fire logs. I had carefully brushed every single one of these logs off before bringing them into the house to avoid any unwanted critters hitching a lift inside. I'm not sure if the result is exactly how I pictured it beforehand, but it does look quite cozy. And that is it for this room, I suppose. The rest is furnishing. There is a lot of empty room still and empty wall space at the moment, and neither myself nor my significantly better half are much in the way of interior design gifted. So it may take a while yet for this room to be fully finished, but in terms of the renovation work, it's done. And considering where we started off in this room, in that nightmare of English country kitsch and deep-piled carpets, I reckon I've done alright.